All right, I think I'm back. All right, I wanted to go over a year of X. So let's see how this quality is. I wanted to go through, yep, a year on X, 165 days of tweets, thoughts, and blah. That's better than a year's worth of year. Let's see if I've lost anybody since then. Nope. All right. So basically, I want to go over many of the different things that, see if I can get some noise canceling and whatnot in here. Um, there, and we'll find out if that's good enough right there. I don't know if resolution audio is going to be good for me or not. Okay. So the first thing I want to go over is the many different streaming apps that are here. So I'm going to share my screen here. We might have some music going, but again, I'm going over my year's worth of different um, different things here. So let's see if we can maximize that. Oh, we'll get a little me in there. I want. There I am. All right. So I have done several different streaming services. That is one of the first things that I started to do on here. I'll go through some of them. They're all pretty decent. StreamYard is the first one. You get plenty of different things with StreamYard. Um, See if I can log in and go through the steps here. But StreamYard was good. Everything about them was good, but I have an issue where I am not able to seemingly get quality streaming across into X or into other locations. So when my stream comes through, it comes out all blurry. I've tried everything. I think it's my internet, but it looks good now, so I'm going to go with it. Um, Let me just check the stream here. I'll have that over here on the side. So, yeah, I wanted to go over here. We got the different things that you can do in StreamYard. We have different, one of the best features of all of these is that they can go to different locations. So you can have, like, we can go into the studio and, all right, enough. So, and then you get the different ability to go to your different locations and edit their settings, and then you could just stream out like I'm doing from here. So StreamYard was good, but again, they had some issues where they were charging me like 50 bucks a month to stream, and it got very iffy as to whether or not the quality was on their end or on my end. So I moved from them to Riverside, I believe. And just to go over again, this is going to be a stream of just me going over everything that I've done over the year. I've joined several different groups. I've, done different things on X to try to, I guess, make things a little bit, I don't know, grow in a very good way where you're not farming people or doing different things like that. So I've been trying to grow my audience of people to that enjoy my this and that. So hopefully this will be a part of that. Yeah. So basically, this is another one, Riverside, which I just tried to use, but it had a very difficult layout. So it does have a very nice, tempting free offer where it'll do free for 15 days, and then you can get all the features, including like top quality streaming and all that. So it was definitely seemingly good, but I couldn't edit the welcome to this live show. That it was not the coolest thing that I wanted. there. So that was Riverside. Let's see, there was Castor, which was pretty fun. See if I can log into my accounts while I do all this. Please don't hack me. So Caster, you can get deep into the streaming world if you ever want to get into it. It you could basically you're putting out your stream and then you're grabbing it from different places. So you can like enable your stream from New York, and then you're live, and then you can have X jump on it, and then you can just go to all these different places and different things. So that's the one thing. Apologies for the noise in the background, but that's gonna be my house. um, so that is Caster was fun, but it got to a point where I was measuring my different streams and trying to get the kilobits and the everything synced up, and it was working and then it wasn't, and it was a frustrating thing to spend $50 on. So I ended up with Restream. You could see the Restream, and everyone else was kind of notable but not. So StreamYard, Caster, Restream, Riverside. Those were the big main ones. There was a few probably others in between, but everything has like its ups and downsides. The Restream, it has the ability to have I think 10 people into the room. And then also it has the ability to just broadcast out to everything. And it's pretty nice to have that. I'm not sure why it's not loading here. But yeah, you could see basically I got my live, I got my all my stuff. It records me, it does analytics. It wants you to upgrade for HD. I tried that, but it looks like my HD is just going to be wonky regardless. Um, and yeah, so those will be the streaming services that I've kind of gone over. They are good. What else? Some of the communities that I've joined. Some that's kind of the big reason I wanted to, get this out and get a recording is there's a lot of help and a lot of places on X that you end up going that you you find your different, I guess, ways of working with X or the ways that um, do things. And speaking of all of my I love my feed because it does give me kind of the gist of what I'm looking for. But Alex was one of the first people that I got into his group there with the 1% Better group. They're very good people in there. They all are basically in the same mindset of growing their communities and things organically. Um, and I think he gets a lot of flack for being Alex. He's very I don't want to like he's very got a very big personality. And so with the 1% Better, they've just got a group of great people, and that's one of the best things about being in that group is that you get into to that community and just top-notch people just talking about their different ways of growing on X and their um, different things. And Alex has a very rigorous method of which he was able to get to where he's at, which is really, it's a uh, very good method of what he's done to get to where he is, and he explains it very well. And he's laid it out in such high detail that you kind of understand like the businessy side of the whole workings of X. The guy really he knows what he's talking about. I know he gets a lot of flack on some sides, and you can kind of get, liked or disliked by being a part of his groups and whatnot, but whatever. He's a stand-up dude. He created an app called the Creator Buddy. I use that. The Creator Buddy is it's a good app. It is if you're I don't want to equate it to excuse me to too many other apps because I don't like to try to speak for somebody else's design, and he did build that pretty much from you know, it was pretty amazing watching him build that. But he put everything that he has as far as his idea of the way that X works and incorporated that all into Creator Buddy, which it also gives a very natural AI. More natural than some other of the AI gives you, like for social media and stuff, where it's like a rocket ship and all that. It does some of it, but his app is definitely good. So I wanted to give some shout to that. But Alex's 1% group, they're pretty good people over there, and I've enjoyed that for a year. I was a part of that. I've slowly been starting to leave that group just because it gets expensive trying to cover for all of the different expenses of these some groups that are cost money, and so I just decided to move along my ways. I did go through his rigorous course, and it did give me information on just bettering my app or my post building and whatnot. So that's one thing to give shout out to Alex and his group. One of the better groups that I'm a part of is the Collaboration Station, and not necessarily a group of just the Collaboration Station, but the people that run that with Kate Bly, with Rich, and uh, I'm losing their names at the moment, but Chris is always in there, but Deborah, but I think it's Kate, Rich, and I'm forgetting your name. Uh, I'm gonna figure it out before I forget. Rich, and there he is. No, Chris. Yeah, Rich, Chris, Kate. They're all awesome people. So their community, they do streaming or space events. So their spaces are always very welcoming. You could get in there and it could be, I've seen them before be very, smaller spaces, but they've been getting bigger and bigger and bigger since, they've started. And their spaces have just been so positive to get involved with. They're kind of everybody being here to create things and work together and be positive and not try to rip people down, but also talk about like how X works. And that's another thing with the 1%, is like we'll get into the deep parts of what what makes this place tick, and what makes certain things go, and that's um, a lot of uh, talk in a lot of groups that I'm in, is kind of the X flow, and which now I'll probably tag back to some of these because I didn't really prepare to do any of this. I just wanted to get out my information of everything, but which leads me into not just a group but a guy who is Hot Takes. Hot Takes is awesome. Let me go over to his section. Hot Takes, who is the social media potato influencer. I don't know if anyone is familiar, but he is. I got introduced to his group because he had a Patreon link, and he was, I think, a friend of somebody in either the 1%, which I think Kate is. Yeah, there's like a few people in the different groups and communities that I'm a part of, but Hot Takes is the man. He had a Patreon. I linked up with that, and then his group of people is they're just a bunch of different. They did have a different take on X, and they all are just really fun to get along with. And he's always been positive about how to do different things on X, and he's got a very methodical way of doing his posting and his group and his communities that it's like inspiring to watch like these guys, put together this stuff. And not to, blow too much smoke, but it's I respect all of these people that I've kind of followed over the years. That I can't give a shout out to every single person, but of course I do give a shout out to every single one of the people that kind of is in my, if I've ever responded or you followed you or anything like that, there's some reason that I'm like, this this person, they did something. But which leads me into kind of getting into some of the growth that I've gotten is mainly from going into spaces and trying to, as you can see, there's so many different things. The big space that I would say got me, I was, first starting off in X, and I wanted my account to be AI oriented because I had an account prior to this, and that account got suspended. I think I was just there's two things I was doing. I was getting posts from the NASA website to like directly post, so that might have been spammy, and then also or not supposed to happen, or I was getting a little annoying with my post and I ticked off the wrong person, and I was just being I was kind of a less formal than I am in this. Um, the Joe Pro AI type of environment. I want to, gear towards AI, which leads me into um, the AI Jam, which is currently got to be somewhere. It's always on. It's the AI space that you it just started off with like getting in there and just talking with some of the people. I went in a little too hot, and there were some, you know, people that are way smarter and way guess a level up from where I'm at on there, and just realizing now from the first time going into the AI space that is usually here. Um, it it is just it's interesting to look back, but that space I would say it gets a little intimidating just because of I think the amount of smart people that go into there and the casualness of the like atmosphere is that you can definitely get into some deep great conversations there, and you can definitely be uh, getting a little above the head. But I love the AI the jam. Got a shout out to them. Organizer is Dominic. I forget his handle's name, but he's got his own thing going. He's kind of been in the background of the AI group there for a while. So those people are all very smart, and definitely give a shout out to that group. These are some of the people that you could see on the side here. I would say that like I don't even get followed by a lot of like Coyote. He was in the beginning. I remember him in his space. He's very kind of smart and another smart guy, and he was like he was starting out with like such a low account, and he's like, you guys are gonna remember me in like 2 months, and then he was like blow up. He's huge now. Big account, but yeah, and the Honey Badger is always great to listen to. I Some of these people I look to try to be a part of their groups and whatnot because there's just a lot of nice people. Deborah, I would say, is she's been with. like I forget how I found into her group, but she's been one of my standing follower or follow someone I'm following, and she follows back because she's nice. Um, but she's just a wonderful person and always entertaining and high level energy, positive attitude, but calls out real shit. Just another remarkable lead on X. Some of the um, cool the things that I've like learned on X. I haven't learned much. I mean, I have learned a lot, but I haven't learned a lot of things that I'm doing that would escalate me to be like the sayer of this is how you do X because you'll make millions. And I think it really is. You have to blend it with a lot of contributing to other people's um, thoughts and really being more of a like as they say like a reply guy is the way to go in the beginning is it's a little harsh I think to the reply guy name but really growing on X I think I've gotten the most from spaces I've gotten when you talk on spaces as long as you reach the community and you're talking about the things that you're talking about usually people will follow from there and you get to know people the other let's see what other ways the it's usually not about like posting the coolest thing or sometimes these streams and stuff they get you a few people but it's not like you post a cool AI thing you'll get like some likes and stuff by the people that you're following or following you and then, maybe I'll follow here and there, but you're really going to find the most people from getting into conversations with other people on what they're talking about, because maybe their reach or their following is like a little bit larger than yours. So that's how you kind of get mixed into growing and different things or shrinking. In my case, I always end up saying or doing the wrong thing. And I look back and I analyze my critique or my whatever I was saying that got me a few less followers. Let's see, I was at 44. I'm at 44, so we'll see. Um, but yeah, some of the other things. Let's see. Um, Year on X and what else I've learned. Let's see, those are the groups that I mainly get in. I would find messaging in groups like this um, gets a little. That would, the AI jam. There we go. But it gets a lot of people in them, and then they kind of go on. So I let them run and talk, and you can usually jump in them. But for the direct messaging, I've found probably is more annoying for people if I message them. I usually just thanks and whatnot. Um, yeah. So what else can I have a lot I can probably talk about, but I not as much about anything here on X. Everyone kind of knows their way around it, so I'm not going to go over any of that. Mainly just wanted to highlight some of the groups that I've been involved with and really just kind of shout out to, what they do and kind of look through, some of these people are, very interesting. If I sometimes will check out the analytical board, try to see where I'm going, but usually I get stuck in that rabbit of like, oh, what did I do? Because I'm a lot smaller than this, but I do my numbers are fun to watch. Um, and so what else do I would say the streaming is pretty good. I don't know because I rarely get the um, like information back. I'll usually get a like or a unfollow or a follow, or I'll get like, for example, I think there's 11 people listening to me, so thank you for listening. Um, but I don't know if this is of value or anything. Um, so hopefully it is. I really am just, I went over some of the groups that I've been involved with, and how they've, what they're about. Everything that you can kind of come across on X is, it's there's resources there. So I've been lucky to be part of a lot of these groups. I highly recommend them. Um, and let's see, I want to talk about some of the streaming things. Restream is kind of where I've landed, but they've been unable to give quality. I would say um, being, you know, aware of the, uh, I guess, hot or topics of what's going on, especially in your field of what you talk about, is always good to get you more of like a reach to, your posts and things like that. But again, it really comes down to just talking with the people that are on your feed. If you haven't put together any, I suggest lists. um, let's see if I can find my all my list. But you can go to like lists of big accounts, like and other people's accounts have their lists, which you can copy their lists, and then you can go and look through that and find people to talk about of the same thing. I've gone through here and really come up with posts and different things that you could do. Um, there's other softwares and things like that that you can get that can help out for this, but I'm currently um, limiting myself to all of that just because of how expensive X can get. And it seems like it's just going to get more expensive. Definitely make some lists, I would say. Like let's see, like one of the lists I created. Yeah, profile. Hmm, forget where you see your lists, but oh, communities maybe. Anyway, you can make lists, and then you could go about uh, just following up with the people that you want to talk to. So that's probably going to be a good tip if anyone's listening in and being like, you know what, that Joe Pro AI, he probably has a year on X of value. Um, I hope I did. I would say that that is really what I've learned. I've learned that like with the like different groups, what they're about. They are all, of value. You can find value in all of it. Um, I would say that, don't get too invested in X. It's there for entertainment, I think, above everything else. It's not, I mean, I would like to say it's the news. I get a lot of straight up news that I would not get outside of X, and I get it from X. And the Grok, if you don't, use Grok, I feel like I'm not even talking about Grok because of how obvious it is. But you need to use Grok if you're paying for it on a daily basis. I even just go over to uh, grok.com if you're not aware, and then I just start jamming with Grok. Um, if you want to know a little bit more, just so I can kind of keep the content of some value, the services that I use, like that are I found of value for X and for life in general. I have a ChatGPT Plus subscription. I think that that is of value, but mainly for things like, let's see, like prompt engineering. Um, so you could build different custom GPTs with the Plus subscription, and that will give you pretty awesome, content. You can have this one would create a it would then customly go through its knowledge and understand that. So ChatGPT is, it gives you a social media thing. So that's like something you could do with ChatGPT. I big proponent with getmerlin.in. Mainly, this will help you out with any sort of AI content that you're trying to create. Guess I'll lean into the AI content creation part of it because that's like a thing I've done over the years. That is, kind of my enjoyment out of X. But I feel like I'm boring people, and maybe that's so. But I'll go over that. So this Merlin is going to give you a widget on the side. It will also, um, if you want to create posts and stuff, it will create posts for you and do different things like that. I don't really use it for that, but I probably should. Maybe it would make my content a little better. Um, so we got that, but one of the cool features with that is that you can go to anyone's account. Let's see if it'll do mine. I'll pick up Poor Soul. Let's see. Usually you'll have a doppelgang account. Let's see. Yeah, another good follow there. All my AI follows. If you go through the list there, you can find some top um, AI people. But usually the Merlin app has a doppelgang feature where you can mock anyone's account. But I think I gotta be all signed in a different way. But this Merlin app, it really one of its best features is Bonkers, which is its image gen. You can create a whole ton of different styles with the ideogram, Flux Pro, Flux Now, Recraft. I like to go into the old Bonkers, and then you could do from here, you could select multiple models and do like batch uh, demo picks. I have an affiliate for all of this stuff. Oh, geez, great. Yeah, demo gods. Uh, so I don't know. I didn't type in something that is of value to this, but uh, you could basically come up with prompts and then have this come out. We got that Luma Labs. If you don't um, use Luma Labs, I recommend it. One for I go to the dashboard here, but if this works when it does, which is temporarily down, you can create three-dimensional images. That's one of the things Luma does offer, as well as the Dream Machine. So I recommend looking into that for three-dimensional space stuff. I like a lot of that. Um, and Luma Labs is just boss at creating short videos and images and doing different things like that. Um, definitely use that for content. Those who are not aware of it, Suno, think I might have signed into that wrong, but um, Suno, you can create music. That is another thing I like to put on there. I've been doing a little, trying to do a little live streaming of um, the like music and things like that, just to see if it would. It seems like people tend to enjoy, it as long as it's not too aggressive music. Um, then going on here, what I'm doing right now, which is, I guess, for the streaming folk out there, is that this is a shadow PC. I'm using a software called Parsec, which goes and it connects. If you have Parsec, you can connect to like your computer upstairs or your computer downstairs. You just install Parsec, and it's like a RDP client, but it's more stable. So you could do like video gaming and things like that. I have a Shield upstairs, which is an NVIDIA thing. It's like a one of those plug into the TV, and I do a Shadow PC, which has a high level GPU and that. Some of the things I do on here, I would recommend getting Pinocchio for AI. Pinocchio will, um, I think I'm just going into a lot of different off topic things, but you can get uh, a bunch of different local AI type applications through Pinocchio. And if you want to be involved in AI, um, getting into some of the local AI builds and stuff like that is pretty cool. So I would recommend that. Windsurf is a one of the IDs I use mostly. I'm trying to build my site with it. Um, my site which is under construction, so you can't really do anything on it right now. But the plan is with all of this, with X, with everything, is to have a location where people could come and see what I've got, and also it's got my gallery, and then do some image generation, pay as you go type stuff. So that's my plan. I did this. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not gonna lie, but that's that. Um, and let's see, what else for X? So let's go back. Windsurf is, I recommend people picking up some of those IDEs. But for Pinocchio, this is back to the local AI. It's got all the different, it's got like the video creation that's new. And it just comes out with new stuff all the time. I recommend it's Pinocchio.computer for that. It needs a decent GPU, but that will help out with some of the things for X. Um, just if you're into the AI field or AI or curious about that. Um, if you're interested, I don't know if I have X Pro on here. No, but X Pro is decent if you have I would say, a wide screen. You can use the X Pro to have a more streamlined X. Um, and as far as what I've learned on X and whether or not it's, I would say for me, it's been more pricey than I would like it. I think the most of the stuff I could justify the cost because, like, for the 1% group that you can get and do a lot of that information is almost like a business course. I do feel that way. So that was, a value. Most of the AI stuff that I put in, I'm using for work as well. But X is going to be $50 a month. I would say that that's going to be a little pricey. And yeah, some of the things it seems like streaming and getting into that is another $50 a month. So I tend to like spend a little bit of money where I revolve it around X. Like, what am I really doing? It's like, am I creating pictures for a bunch of people that I don't know? And then or am I creating stuff for that people are enjoying, and we're all enjoying each other in what we're doing, sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm going about here, and mainly wanted to get a recording of this to kind of give some shout outs of what I'm doing, and yeah, go from there. So that's going to be probably about it. I'll maybe put together another stream of some kind. Expect later tonight too, if I'm going to continue to use Restream. I'm going to, I'm sorry for not looking at the camera too. Jeez, I'm not very good at any of that. Um, so I'm going to put on some music later if anyone's interested. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. Everything here with X, it is interesting. I like the aspects of getting people that are interested in what you're talking about. If you're into AI, I recommend the what is it? The AI. I think they changed the name a bunch, but it's the AI Jam. They are going to be like throw you into the wildfire of AI with all different people coming into that, and then going into spaces for AI. If anyone's interested in doing that for the growth thing, that 1% group, it's really give and take on, your personality of whether or not you see that side of things, or if you're wanting to, send it off as like a salesy kind of thing. I recommend, some of these things, but it gets to be expensive, chucking $50 here, $50 there for content creation, unless you're making money off of it. So far over a year, I've gotten about 400 verified followers, which I need 500, I think, to get to the next thing, which I need 5 million interactions or something, which is impossible for me, for my thought, at least right now. Um, and yeah, and so everything that has been, kind of paid for with X has gone to X. It would be cool to get like one check back to be like, here's $12, thanks. But you got to work for that, I guess. And it's been fun. I'm going to continue to do it. I might dive down from that subscription fee. I don't know. It's $50. I want it Grok. Um, I like using Grok. But yeah, other than that, I don't have too much more. So thanks for everybody that listened. I'll have another stream on probably in a little bit. Get some music going and try to delve out my night. But appreciate everybody. And that is my kind of run through of things. Sorry if it was kind of long-winded and point of I don't know. I just wanted to get those thoughts out on streaming and on the different groups that I've been a part of. Appreciate them all. Appreciate everybody. And have a good rest of your night.